Man didn't make sunshine, 'cause he may not let it shine on me. And I'm glad that man didn't make raindrops. He would forget to water the grain. And I'm glad that man didn't make me, 'cause one day he would surely forsake me. So I'm glad, oh, I'm glad, I'm so glad that God made me. He made me. He made me in his image. Yes, he did. He made me just like him. And then he trusted this whole world in my hand. And then said, I'll come to see about you. Gave me wisdom, gave me eyes to see. That's why I'm glad. Y'all stay right there now. I'm trying to fix this video. That God made. He made me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I know it looks like we got a blackout, so we might as well um let it be, or is it coming in? I think it's coming in. I think it's coming in. There we go. So listen here, family. You know, happy Sunday to you. And I decided somebody got to do this. Somebody got to talk about it, and I'm just the perfect one too. I've been affected by it, and most of the people I know that have been involved with organized religion and church and um, being saved and all that, they have problems in these areas. The dogma is just too deep. And you got to remember, the dogma had a 400-year head start. It had the indoctrination of the slave trade. Okay, so it's very difficult to undo some of that damage. So when you start dealing with some stuff, and especially stuff like people having suppressed sexual desires, they begin to hate themselves, especially if they're in church. They begin to hate themselves, if they're, whatever their sexual desires are. Because the church done already told them that if they're gay, they're going to hell. If they're gay, they're going to be, prosecuted, and you shouldn't lay down with another man. And all of y'all already know. Those of y'all who know, you know. Those of y'all who don't, pull out the mustard and ketchup. But I thought this was very interesting that I pulled down today. And
hypocrisy rears its ugly head again.
Check it out.
And if you've watched this podcast that we always say the people that are screaming about gay people and out against gay people and the LGBTQIA plus community, they're only talking about it because they hate themselves for being gay. Exhibit A, CPAC, the moral high ground, Matt Schlepp, he's the chairman of CPAC. This is not his first rodeo with sexual misconduct allegations, but just this last Saturday, he is alleged to have sexually assaulted a man at a bar. Not a woman, a man. So again, he's made his problems everybody else's problem. He is a gay man parading around as a straight man, claiming the moral high ground, doing damage to other people just like him, which is 100% his problem. And the LGBTQIA plus community is suffering because these men and all the people that follow him are hypocrites. I cannot stand them. This guy is the biggest POS.
I think we have to be cautious here because this man is assaulting people, and we have to tightrope this a little bit because the average gay man, the overwhelming majority of gay men do not go around assaulting people. So whether this man is gay or straight is irrelevant to me, because to me it seems like he's a sexual predator. And it seems to me like MAGA is overrunning with sexual predation. And I do believe that there is a lot of gay curious / bi curious fantasizing in the minds of a lot of MAGA men, which is why they are so over the top about the quote unquote pussification of men. And you see, the biggest dork on the planet, Mark Zuckerberg, talking about being neutered. I mean, if that isn't Freudian, I don't know what is. But this isn't Matt Schlapp's first go round. And then there was that Madison Hawthorne or Cawthorne, whatever. And I think that there's just a lot of internalized homoerotic ideas that these men have that get them off, and they're unable to act on them. Now, what I don't know, what I'm not smart enough to know, is does that then cause this type of aggressive behavior? I mean, I've known a lot of men in my adult life that were married for a first part of in a heterosexual relationship. They felt they couldn't come out of the closet, and they were married and had kids, and then ultimately came out, and they weren't sexual predators. So I think we have to realize, first and foremost, this man is a sexual predator. The gay community is really all about consent. I mean, they have so much more sex than we do. They're far less prude about it. And the structures are there, for consent and all of these things. But it just surprises me 0% that the leader of the conservative movement is, sexually attracted to men. Nor does it surprise me that he's a sexual predator, because the president is, and all of the people he's appointed, Pete Hegseth, and we could just go on and on of the clown car of these people.
So fast.
So easy.
So local.
Well, that's a great point you bring up. And my point was that he's gay, the sexual predator. You make a great point. I am not in any way suggesting that anyone in the gay community is, assaulting people. The point to me is, this is a man that stands up on stage talking about traditional family values and alpha males and family values and being on the moral high ground. And yet this is the kind of behavior he does when he is off stage. And it is so typical. Takes me back to the Republican National Convention, crash and grinder twice. This is absolutely who these people are. They are nothing but hypocrites. And the homoerotic, look no further in the MAGA movement for homoerotic than Trump's NFT cards. If that wasn't homoerotic, I don't know what is. But anyway, moving on. As we all know, Russell Vought, he was the architect of Project 2025 that Trump knew nothing about. Then he just appointed to the Office of Budget Management to oversee all the spending of all the federal government's money. And he is a big big hater of porn. He hates porn. Porn is bad. So he wants to do away with porn altogether, which I'm like, good luck, given all the closet porners in the Republican Party. Like Democrats, they'll just tell you, yeah, we watch porn, big deal. Okay. So then on Instagram, he follows OnlyFans. How about that?
I mean, this is as predictable as Trump cap lock tweeting at 2 or 3 a.m. I mean, this is so incredibly predictable. I just know for a fact from living in the Bible Belt that people that sit around and talk about sex and regulating sex, or gay people or trans people or drag queens, when we literally have first graders and kindergartners that are shot in their classrooms. Like, and this is something that we could actually do something about, but they're worried about gay people or drag shows. You know, they are completely hogtied sexually in their brain. You know that they're probably got issues down below as well. So this doesn't surprise me one bit, because I think that the MAGA movement, there's two issues. Number one, I feel like the abortion thing and women not being in positions of power is a way for them to be punitive, because I think they were raised in a biblical worldview, and they were told that sex is dirty until you're married. And then their moms probably caught them masturbating when they were younger, and they got in huge trouble, and they felt shame surrounding sex. So, but then they're hardwired when they see a woman, they feel this heat inside them, and they're sexually attracted to them, but they were indoctrinated to think that attraction is from Satan. And so, listener, we grew up in the Bible Belt, and I can tell you, like, from dating guys in high school and college, this is where they were. They felt guilty for wanting to have premarital sex. They felt guilty for being attracted to women. So when these men come of age, and if they haven't found enlightenment and they're still deeply indoctrinated into their faith, they choose a punitive way to treat women, the object of their desire. If we can punish them, then maybe they'll be less fuckable. If we keep them at home breeding babies, then maybe I won't want to fuck them as much. And I think this is what a lot of this is on Russell Vaught's thing. And then on the Matt Schlapp thing, I think you have a situation where he has been indoctrinated and told that there are only two ways that you can be: hetero, and then if you're a homo, again, that's from that guy, Satan. And I think that a lot of mainstream Americans don't realize that, particularly in our generation, in Gen X, there was this huge megachurch movement and this huge indoctrination of a huge portion of the population. And they are really troubled sexually. Like, I think it was a blowback and a correction from the boomers of the 1960s that were free and they were hippies and taking their bras off and stuff. And then Gen X, there was this prude thing that went on. And now we're seeing that actively be played out in the federal government and in these political parties. And it's either because they're trying to make women less fuckable, or they're gay and they can't come out and embrace it. And, you know, JD Vance with his eyeliner and stuff, he's just dying to take it to the next step, girl. He's just like, I want a boa and I want some heels and I just want to go off. But instead, they have to control and be punitive towards other people.
Oh.
Yes, I mean, Mike Johnson, he has to have a conversion camp. He has to have his son monitor his porn use. I mean, these men are not sexually healthy on whole. And then you've got the whole line of sexual predators. So the moral high ground is a bunch of horse shit. Stick with us. We'll keep you updated.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Kind of bring back Eddie Long. Kind of brings back Jimmy Swaggart. Kind of brings back all these people running around here wanting to know who somebody is sleeping with and talking about what happens. And God said Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. This is what this is. So for all you freak hypocrites One thing I must say, the people that you hate and call homophobes and homosexuals and lesbians and LGBT, whatever label that it is and whatever you call them, at least they true to who they are. They are true to who they are. And you, J. Edgar Hoover, Eddie Long, all the rest of you really need Jesus, as y'all say. The main ones that need Jesus. Okay? Leave people alone. Leave people alone. And if your mind is just making you wonder or making you think or making you ask what somebody else is doing in their bedroom, then maybe you ought to get yourself checked to see if you homosexual. And with that being said, I know y'all ain't gonna like this message on this Sunday, but I ain't come here to make no friends. So if you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next video.